Hi everybody, Rick McEvoy here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week on my blog, I've written the post, How to Hire the Right Freelance Photographer, the Complete Guide. Now, this was a blog post that I wrote some time ago. This has been given a new lease of life with a brand new title. There are lots of things to think about when hiring a freelance photographer. I should know being one. In this YouTube video, I'm going to give you the highlights of the blog post. You can read the blog post on my website, rickmcavoyphotography.com/blog. It's not a bad post actually, even if I do say so myself. Sorry, I keep on remembering the camera's over there. Right, first things first. This is the bit I'm going to read out word for word. Just so you know, I am recording this with my iPhone, Rode Video Mic Me, DJI Osmo Mobile, and my iPad, which is perched on top of a Yorkshire tea. Let me show you. Technical stuff, eh? But it works, and I'm looking in the right direction because I really struggle with my iPhone and where the camera is with the microphone on the side. Right. Let's get into this. The right freelance photographer for you will be local, professionally qualified, and produce photos that you like the look of. You'll have checked out their website and social media channels and have read independent client reviews and spoken to the photographer and have a good rapport with him or her. That's the answer bit. What am I going to talk about? I think finding the right photographer is the key, and finding a photographer who photographs the stuff that you want photographing. Before I go on, who am I to tell you this stuff? What qualifies me? Well, I'm a professionally qualified photographer. I'm also a chartered construction manager. So I specialise in architectural photography and construction photography, so that's who I am. What is a freelance photographer? Well, a freelance photographer works on an individual commissions. Anyone who has a camera could call themselves a freelance photographer, obviously, but you need to make sure that they are legitimate. So make sure you engage a legitimate professional photographer. Should I use a local photographer? Now, this is the point at which I prove to you that this is not self-promotion, because I strongly advocate that you use a local photographer. I'm based in Dorset. I am happy to work in Dorset, Hampshire, maybe London every now and then, and surrounding counties, no more. So this isn't me serving my own self-interest. This is me excluding myself from probably 80% of the population of the UK. No offence, but there is a big problem when you appoint a photographer. I took on a commission in North Wales. It was a mistake. There was a day's travel there, a day's travel back, day of the shoot. That's 3 days. 3 days I had to book out. Now, I also had to book a reserve day, which was another 3 days. And because I'm doing architectural photography, things don't always go as planned and you have to shift dates and everything. So I had to book a second reserve day or a third time slot for this shoot. That's 9 days I had to commit. And you got hotels, travel expenses, other work, family, blah, blah, blah. Became a nightmare. In the end, I did the decent thing and I found a local photographer, a BIPP member like myself, and put them in touch with the client and said to the client, sorry, can't do this. That was a mistake. I've learnt from that. Distance is a problem. So yeah, local photographer, in my opinion, you will get a better job from. What kind of photographer should you choose? Well, I'm an architectural photographer. Don't book me for your wedding. I won't be very good. In fact, I'll be terrified. And if you're after an architectural photographer, I will suggest a wedding photographer. Nothing against wedding photographers. I'm sure you're all lovely and very good at what you do, and a lot braver than me, to be fair. I wouldn't say that a wedding photographer was the best person to work on a live construction site. I could be wrong. This could be a gross injustice. Injustice, is that really what I'm trying to say here? I could be wrong. But yeah, if you want to photograph a building, get an architectural photographer. Not saying hire me, hire an architectural photographer. Horses for courses. Don't hire a horse, they can't hold the camera with the hooves. How do I know that a photographer I'm considering is for me? Well, check out the photographer's website. If you check out my website, you'll see my style of photos. If you don't like the photos I take, that's fine. Just don't book me. It's not a problem. If you do like my photos, give me a shout. Sorry, sales pitch. Photographer's website should tell you all you need to know. You can also check out YouTube. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. Yes, you know that. You're watching me on it. I mentioned it in my blog post. Get references. Email the photographer. There's a radical new thing that I'm doing, which is, so I'm going to have to sort out how I look at the camera because it's finding it quite disconcerting. There's a radical thing that I do when I'm trying to develop my business is, these things called iPhones, they've got this really funky feature where you can dial a number and somebody else answers it and you can speak to them. So pick up the phone, speak to them. See, I'm looking at the microphone when I should be looking over there. Confused? Yes, I am. Yes, my favourite way of developing my business is phoning people. Should you pay more for a higher qualified photographer? Well, if you hire an architect, if you want a director of a firm, you'll pay more than for an associate, a senior associate. Low battery alone. Nothing's going well today. So you should pay more for a professionally qualified photographer rather than a non-professional photographer or an unqualified photographer. Yeah, it's a profession like any other, so why not? Lots more good stuff in the blog post. Check it out at rickmcavoyphotography.com. I'm done for now. I'm sending myself cross-eyed. I'll get this sorted before I do the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Stay safe.